Good afternoon, everybody. सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Masters and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Session to this intermediate training session. So today I will be covering few tactical concepts and exchange sacrifice on C3 or maybe sacrifice in some other opening variations and maybe some attacking games. The art of attack, some 5 6 games I'll show you. So they were Dina Patel, Birabhadra, Tirth Parmar, Paris Kumar, Vaschal Parikh, Kiara Mehta, Krishav, Dek Parmar. All are welcome. Dibya. So Suresh Bhai Chavda, good afternoon. So let's have a look at those positions. Black to play and win. Let me flip the board for your better vision. Black to play and win. Devar says knight h5. You want to attack his rook. You will attack his rook. He will attack your rook. You attack, he will attack. Knight h5, your rook. He will also attack your rook. So what will you do? Devers. Knight h5 check, king h4. आप मारेंगे तो वो भी मारेगा. There is no mate. Knight into rook, king into, pawn check, king into. If you take, he will take. Then pawn f6, he will take the. No, not f6 now. So this is the correct move. Not f6. Knight into, king into. Just move. Just move. And now the king, ये फंस गया. ये फंस गया अभी. कोई जवाब नहीं है. Yes, वीरभद्र. Right answer. फंस गया है. No answer. King cannot escape. Mate unstoppable. The tactics are very easy today. So we'll have some two different things now. So go ahead and now black to play and win. How should black play and win? You give a check, you will play RD2. There comes Dibya. Cross pin. Dibya gives the cross pin. Correct answer. Rook check. The only move. But then the cross pin. Neither you cannot take, queen lost, or it is illegal. The cross pin. Well done. Welcome Tazme Azmera. The next. So it is going fast. Let us finish it fast. Now this position is white to play. How should white play now? Can white save the game? Can white save the game? Yes, Paris Kumar, you also wrote the same answer. And Dibya, They were all are right. Hello, Sritunandi, welcome. So, what do we do here? Can White? How can White save the game? Hello, Parvatakar. Queen c4, kd6, queen c5, king, and king a6, king a3. Better you correct your notation. Answer is correct, notation is wrong. Virabhadra Singh, answer is correct, notation is wrong. Check, you have to only check, only. Okay, you have to take queen. You can take queen, but this is better to take, otherwise it is a draw. There is nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. Even if you move the rook, stalemate. Nothing. Draw. Virabhadra, it is king a3. Okay. Hina Patel gives queen c4. No, you have to give queen c4, then king to d7. So this is forcing the pawn, taking capture, only move. Now you can move, but I will take the queen and draw. So you have to take and then unstoppable stalemate. All right. Well done, Virabhadra. This is very silly, but white to play and win. Flip the board. White to play and win. White to play and win. This not more than 1 minute. You should finish this quick. Rook h5. Correct answer. Mate threat. There is a mate threat. There is a mate threat here. So he is giving a mate. चॉइस नहीं है, मारना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मेट हो जाएगा. रुक मार रहा हूँ, रुक मारो तो चेक, एंड दूसरा चेक में रुक गया. वट एवर यू डू हियर, चेक में गया रुक. So the his idea mate and the rook both saved, both threats saved. Next, खत्म हो रहा है टैक्टिस. आई हैव केप्ट वेरी फ्यू टैक्टिस टुडे. चलो ये बताओ. दिस इज ब्लैक टू प्ले एंड विन. आंसर आया. वीरभद्र से क्वीन g2. It is queen h2. Okay, queen h2 correct move. Queen h2 is correct move. Correct move. Post नाइट का 3 चेक, 1 चेक, 2 चेक, 3 चेक, 3 नाइट चेक, नॉन स्टॉप. Yes, yes, Divya and Tirtha Parmar, all correct answer. Practice is on few moves. So white to play and win. Play like Max you. You play like Max you. Good afternoon, Akshar Jala. Yeah, Divya says queen d8. Yes, correct answer. The correct answer. Queen d8 check and queen takes. And winning the king pawn end. Because white is extra pawn, it is easily winning. Okay. So well done. Boss, though your this position white to play and win. White is a great attacking player. One of the greatest attacking player. Leonard Stein. Hello, hello. Yes, Devers, Jayas, all correct. Let's find out how to win this. Virabhadra says knight into g7. Welcome Devang Makwana. Virabhadra knight into g7. He will play bishop into c4. Bishop c4, queen attack. What are you going to do? In g7, black will play bishop c4. Black will capture the bishop, attacking queen. What will you do? Yes, I agree. Yes, there comes the correct answer. Knight g7, bishop into c4. You have this move. The point is taking is a mate in 3, mate in 2. Knight check, knight h6 mate. So he will not take, but he will play. Maybe he will play bishop here. Maybe he will play what he will do. Bishop here. But then you can just save the bishop. That's all. Yes. You can save the bishop. Okay. If you will play bishop here, idea now discover check is not working, but you can just save it. It is winning. This is how it went on. Ng7, bishop c4, bf6, b2, knight f5. Or if you play b7, I will play queen f3 and win the game. Right answer. Stahlberg. Stahlberg का एक story है. Stahlberg, then Lundin. Stahlberg white, Lundin black. There was, there was a tournament in Hungary. Then, in those days, Hungary was, I think, under Russia control of Russia, Soviet Union. So they wanted only the Russians to win the tournament. So they asked Benko that if you beat Stahlberg, we'll give you the equal to first prize, another prize, special prize, because they wanted Benko should beat Stahlberg. Stahlberg was leading. I don't know who was the Russian player who was also competitor. So they wanted to Benko to beat Stahlberg to give him a special prize, a very heavy amount. But Benko probably drew, I don't know. Then they kept giving Stahlberg a lot of years. Stahlberg was fond of alcohol, drinking. So they gave him a lot of drink, thinking that after drinking he will play badly. To their surprise, he was drinking and playing better. In those days, nowadays, all alcohol, smoking, gutka, all this is banned. Nobody can use any kind of some smoking or everything chewing tobacco, gutka or alcohol, everything is banned. But in those days, nothing was banned. People could smoke cigar. People could drink alcohol, wine while playing. So they gave alcohol to Stralberg. He was playing better. Hello, Nandini Mudalia. Sir, Stralberg is white. Check. And this player played very bad. He can play other moves while white is better. White is just pawn up, not pawn up, 6 pawn siege, but white stands better. So he played a blunder. And now this is a very common thing. Check is coming first. Okay. Stralberg. Suleiman versus Suleiman White. So how did Suleiman win the game? White to play and win. Last practice, I think. Quick. Yes, we are going to now exchange sacks. Yes, yes, Anthony. Look into E6. No, actually, what you want. Imagine the knight is not there. I will give a queen check, then rook check and mate. So the knight is the one obstructing. So you give a check. Give a check. अभी रुक मर रहा है तो मारेगा ही एंड हो गया काम चेक check and checkmate. So you need to see the strength of your pieces, the radius and radius. So queen into. So बीच में नाइट को हो जाए और ये ऑब्स्टेकल उठा दो. रास्ते का पत्थर है ये. इसका रास्ते का पत्थर है नाइट. उसको उठा दो. मार दो. Checkmate. So you finish the. No, one more is there. Okay. So here, white to play and win. There comes Veerbhadra Singh's very quick answer and correct answer. Correct answer. Queen into. मारना पड़ेगा. रुक चेक. कहीं भी जाओ. अभी if you go here also knight check and rook check. If you move there also knight check and then mate. And if you go directly then pawn check and then knight check mate. कैसे भी mate. So we have successfully today the tactics ended very fast. Now I want to discuss about exchange sacrifice. Basically, exchange sacrifice rook is 5 point. Suppose you get a minor piece and a pawn, there is good compensation. Many times the player give exchange sacrifice for positional compensation and sometimes for a kingside attack. Kingside attack it is very easy for all of you because majority players are used to puzzles and tactics and attack. So when there is a exchange sacrifice for a kingside attack, normally you will notice that. For example, black gives exchange sacrifice in Sicilian dragon for an attack. Good compensation. Now the king in center, sometimes you give exchange sacrifice to keep the king uncastled. So either you see sacrifice the exchange, so the king is caught in the center, or his castled position is broken, or you are getting a pawn and a minor piece and a better center, better piece position. So these are the standard type of sacrifices. So let me discuss with you the sacrifice on c3. For example, Garibhai Kasparov, he reached 2851. I think that 2851 is stronger than Magnus Carlsen 2879 or 89 today. Why? The rating inflation. If it was in 2000, it was 2851. Today, that rating will be more than 3000. That is more than 3000 today. Kasparov is a phenomenal player, you know. He's a phenomenon. I would rate that Bobby Fischer is a great test. No doubt. No doubt. I don't have second thinking about it. Fischer is the greatest. And next to Fischer, there is a line of players. You know, Gary Kasparov is great in attack, in his opening ideas, middle game concept. Kasparov and Karpov is great in end game. Or you can Anand and Fischer. They are of similar style. Anand is an all-rounder. He is great in tactics and combinations. Concept of middle game. So Smyslov, great in technique. Botvinnik, great in analysis. Petrosian, great in defense. Tal, great in sacrifices. So everybody has a special field. So Garry Kasparov, he was dominating the chess world for 20 years. 20 years. Not a joke. So next to Emmanuel Lasker, I would say. But Lasker was not dominating. Even though he was world champion, Capablanca was winning tournament, Alekhine was winning tournament. So there was no world championship basically in those days. So he dominated 27 years. Now anyway, in this particular game, that the game decides the winner. I mean, Kasparov wins the game. He decides the result of the tournament. So I would like to show you how did Gary kept the initiative by exchange sacrifice. Gary, why Kasparov? So asking for an English attack. White wants to do English attack. The old main line was Bishop G5. I have discussed a lot, and this is also equally good. I would say this is good, but modern players prefer the English attack. With the plan, they want to play Queen D2, F3, Castle, and after that some G4, H4, H5. This is just starting rolling. The simple plan, they want to roll the pawns on the king side. Simple, be F3, Queen D2, long Castle, etc. Very easy plan. A group of British English players like Nigel Short, Nunn, Chandler, you know, they started this. That is why it is known as English attack. So, action starts. You want to attack, that you will attack. Before you castle, I am getting ready. My friend, you play Queen D2 and castle, I will play Bishop Knight, Rook C8 and hit. So, before you attack, I am getting ready. Perfect. Let G4 come, G4 come. So, G4 has come. So, he wants to play G5, G5. So, the knight should make a room. Now, if you play G5, I will make the room knight and knight D5, knight C5. Now, there is no attack. I will castle. Black has not compromised his pawn structure at all. Not at all. The point is, the piece sacrifice will not be effective here. I don't see. I don't see it will be effective. The reason is, he will have a counter attack, knight c4 later on. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight. Queen here, the sacrifice comes sometimes. Because you get a tempo. Because white gets a tempo. But now sacrifice will not work. G5, knight d7. Suppose you play G5 and F7 with active play. So white is having a evil eye on the बुरी नजर है नाइट के ऊपर dependent. So ready. Now black is ready to hit. Not now. He's just ready. मार दिया. Now I will tell you, a player giving an exchange sacrifice, do not go to recover the material. And this is, suppose the king has castled this side, this will ineffective. This will be totally ineffective. But now the king is the main target for black. Castle. The point is white's attack is slow. He needs at least 4-5 moves. First of all, he has to push the pawn 2 times. Then he plays g6. Then you bring rook, knight. At least 5-6 moves he need to do a damage to the black king. During that time, 5-6 moves, black will develop a strong initiative on the king side and center. ये फोड़ देगा, इसको फोड़ देगा सेंटर को, और नाइट आएगा, रूक आएगा. So I will not. Now the point is, why if you recover, then you will have compensation but no attack. The rhythm of attack will go. अभी आपको अटैक करना है. If you want material, you will not get attack. So very well played. It is now good because I want to take knight into, so put the center. Now bishop will join. Bishop will join and f3. Not only his bishop will join, f3 is cramping. Okay, bishop. There is a discover attack. There is a discover attack. मार दिया. चलो भाई किससे मारोगे? किससे? अगर रुक से मारोगे तो pawn into bishop into I will get exchange back. I will get the exchange back, and one extra pawn will come. So take with the pawn. You want to attack. You do not want to recover material. Knight into is bad. So I want to open the b file for the rook. I want to open the b file for the rook. Any question here? Mukund Agarwal, welcome. Laskar was the longest world champion. Yes, Laskar was the longest, but it did not dominate the world longest. Laskar did not dominate because I think Laskar's prime 1910, उसके बाद नहीं, रूबिनस्टन आ गया, कापाब्लांका आ गया, बड़े बड़े प्लेयर्स आ गए, अलेखाइन आ गया. In his time, I think Capablanca, Rubinstein, and Alekhine were stronger at that time after 1910. But there was no world championship. World championship was a personal property. वर्ल्ड चैंपियन जिसको चाहता था उससे साथ खेलता था. He will say, हाँ, he is doing very good, so I will play with him. He can choose Tartakor, he can choose any XYZ. बस एक टूर्नामेंट जीता, बस he won the tournament. So it was like a personal property. आजकल जैसा नहीं है, सिलेक्शन विलेक्शन वो टाइम में नहीं होता था. So yeah, so here pawn into हो गया काम, बी फाइल खुल जाएगा. थ्रेट क्वीन चेक लीडिंग टू मेट. क्वीन इंटू नाइट जा रहा है, बिशप चेक आ रहा है, भाग गया चेक से. The idea, if you give a check now, if you give a check, pawn is coming here. So pawn into pawn. Now you are forced to take. You cannot take other way. This will allow b5 check. So only move. हो गया. Now I want to eliminate. The reason is now bishop check will again he will have that d4 move. Eliminate the defender. हो गया काम. अब कुछ नहीं है. अभी 4 attacking pieces are there. हो गया. मटेरियल भी मिल गया, अटैक भी हो गया, खत्म. Now black is having black is add in material now. One pawn extra and also more attacking position. ये कुछ नहीं होगा, हो गया. Bishop check and mating attack. Discover check and finish. Yeah, he can resign. Queen मारा तो मेट होगा. अब ये मारेगा, क्वीन मिलेगा, लेकिन बिशप चेक के बाद मेट पक्को, खत्म. गणपत हो गया, ये गया चेक. So the whole point is exchange sacrifice is given for material or good end game, and sometime for attack, sometime for defense. Sometime you give an exchange to completely nullify the initiative of opponent. So this is an attack. Hey, एक मिनट ना, मैं सोचा मैं बंद हो गया ये. There are some opening variations. Opening में ही exchange sac दे देते हैं. Okay, just a minute. तो अभी opening में ही exchange sac. For example, let me show you 3 openings where the exchange sac is offered in the opening stage only. Now bishop g4, how's our attack? Here already black is preparing to hit the knight. Already he is preparing for this sac. Now the bishop is attacked. Bishop into knight will not get anything. If you play pawn into, He will have a bishop pair and lot of center pawns. The rook will come here and bishop is good. This is a good position. So he will have a dark square problem also. That is why bishop into knight is not good. You can play either bishop d2 or you can play f4. These are the things. Bishop d2, it is not great. You are avoiding the exchange sack, but he will play now a6. No knight entry. And now you may play some f4 move, f4. And now I can play, or maybe you can play kb1, so that going away. But now I can play queen. So this is a very easy opening equality for black. अभी अटैक नहीं, कुछ नहीं, खत्म. अभी there is all initiative of white is gone. मारना पड़ेगा. f2 तो छोड़ेगा नहीं ना, मारना पड़ेगा. आगे क्या मिलेगा, कुछ नहीं. So बिशप d2 में कुछ नहीं है. ये आइडिया ये है. बिशप d2 वाज आइडिया ऑफ आइवार जिचलिस. आइवार जिचलिस ने ब्लैक से खेलता था, तो ही प्लेड विथ व्हाइट दिस मूव. बट देन a6 मॉडर्न, ये गलत होगा. ये पोजीशन में this is not the best move because there is an entry for the knight. There is a problem here sometime. So here a6 is correct, and after that you play f3, you play kb1, queen c5, you get nothing. That is the reason they play here f4, rook into. आप एंड गेम खेलना है तो एंड गेम खेल सकते हो मार के. आप मिडिल गेम खेलना है, ये खेलो. सो इन द गेम ही प्लेड pawn into middle game. चलो e5. Suddenly now the bishop will be activated against the king. मीटिंग अटैक आ जाएगा. मारा तो बिशप लाइन खुल जाएगा, नहीं मारा तो जाएगा कहां. दिस इज बैड. अभी नाउ आई एम गिविंग ए थ्रेट ऑफ विनिंग एक्सचेंज बैक. अभी g5 वेरी वेल प्लेड. व्हाइट अभी ब्लैक विल रिकवर द पॉन. ये तो गया हुआ है क्योंकि मेरे पास बिशप है, रूक है और सेंटर पॉन है. माइनस प्लस. आई विल रिकवर द पॉन विथ बेटर गेम. दो बिशप है, there is no check, so all this area is guarded by black. All this area is guarded by black. There is no check. Okay, you can take the pawn, but in this case I will get this pawn with counter attack. I will drive the rook from the fourth rank. Suppose you take the pawn, then drive. अगर एक ही जाए तो ये क्या होगा, ये तो चला जाएगा ना. You will lose the exchange back. So he plays in the game king. हो गया. Black has got central pawns and the roller will come. Black has good compensation. Zanadi Jaichik won the game. And Maya Subunidis, he played in the women candidates or somewhere. Let me show you Maya against Alexandra. Maya against Alexandra. Same variation. Queen a5, rook into. Now she took it. I would rather say this is stronger move. This is a stronger move. Well, it was just the opening variation was getting developed at time. So knight into pawn and back. This is a bad. Obviously, it is bad. Rook will be activated. That is bad. So come back to center. I think this is good position. Okay. This is also a good position. You will hang on to the center pawn. Now the pawn is immune. Now निकल जाएगा because king center में है. अच्छा position है. Like Ivanchuk Anand in 1992. Very nice position. E5 is a threat. अभी G3 is bad. E5 will come. Minus. Black stands better. So these are actually positional thing, not for attack. The last game I showed Kasparov was for attack. ये एक और गेम है, ये बेलिको was also very strong grandmaster. Same position. So now the attack will come easy, very easy. The king cannot survive against all these pieces are there on the board. He cannot survive in the center. खत्म. क्वीन C3 चेक तो अलाउ नहीं करेगा ना. क्वीन C3 चेक अलाउ नहीं करेगा. अभी रुक इनटू इज द थ्रेट. आइडिया रुक इनटू मारेगा तो ये पिन एंड विन. तो थ्रेट है मेरा रुक इनटू. सो B4 को बचा. अब क्या रखेगा. अब ये कैनॉट टेक. अब यहां से चेक आ रहा है. यहां से चेक आ रहा है बाबू. चेक. खत्म. D2 को बचाओ. D2 को बचाओ. रुक D1 आएगा तो भी लॉस्ट है. यू दिस रुक कैनॉट कम. इफ यू कम हियर देन रुक G8 एंड आएगा. बिशप G4 चेक. ये आएगा तभी रुक G8 एंड बिशप G4 चेक विल विन द गेम. तो गया है. अब ये फोड़ देगा. ये फोड़ देगा इसको. किंग किंग इन द सेंटर. चारों तरफ से घिर गया हो. गया. So this variation is good, but don't think that it is always good for black. Now they have developed some good idea for white in this variation. There is some good line for white. We'll discuss that later. So my idea is to exchange sacrifice. ये देखो. So this is the second variation. I'm talking for exchange sacrifice. Bishop C4 E6. Now the standard main line, this is called the Velimirovic attack. Velimirovic used to play this, then used to play queen and then castle. I think I discussed this maybe about 1 week back. I discussed Velimirovic attack. So the standard main line is to play a6, and after queen a2, queen a2, queen c7, and the game will continue the standard way. But George Sven's idea, not playing a6. Now I want to bring the rook without. I'm omitting the move a6. I'm bringing the rook quickly into the action. Now knight. Maybe I discussed this Grandmaster Rode, American Grandmaster Rode told me knight e5 was better. Because if you play f4, knight will come. So instead of playing knight, because you want to give an exchange sacrifice, your idea to hit the knight and then take the pawn. Then why in the corner? Why? You stay in the center. Now f4 is welcome. I will come. Velimirovic attack का idea ही गलत होगा. f4 खेलेगा. So Grandmaster Rode told me you play knight e5. So anyway, let us say this. So this is not correct. I would say knight here. And now if you castle, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Castle, rook into. I think this is fantastic. Fantastic position. The knight will settle here. Terrific position. So this is the second variation I am showing where there are so many Kings Indian, there are Benoni, there are that they give the exchange sacrifice. Many variations, opening variations we can find out. I'm just giving you 2 3. So this is also good. But in the actual game here, Black played some bad moves. Here, who is this Grandmaster? Tisbreak. Tisbreak versus Palkovi. Now the point is, if Castle was here, the exchange sacrifice effective. But I think still he has good compensation. He has good compensation. I think maybe this move I doubt. Here, what can you do here? I want to activate the queen rather. So I can't play queen here. Can I play? No, I can't play. A6 has to be played. And then bring the queen here and play activate. This may be the better idea than trying to castle. That means the black player played without really working on the position. He just had an idea and gave it. That doesn't work nowadays. You have to be well prepared, analyze, and not thinking over the board. So this is on the spot character like Bishop here. तो गया क्वेश्चन माइनस हो गया ब्लैक. अब माइनस हो गया, वन पोजिशन, दिस इज बैड, अटैक आ गया. So this is a second variation, and I would recommend here. I would recommend here that here maybe here if you don't play, suppose you wait some move, you should play a6 now. If white waits, if you castle, I will hit. So the third variation I will go now. तीसरा वेरिएशन जो है इट इज सिसिलियन ड्रैगन में है, और सिसिलियन ड्रैगन का तो बाद में आएंगे. अब आई विल कम बैक, आई विल कम बैक, वन जस्ट a minute, I will write back. There is one more famous opening variation where this exchange sacrifice was possible. Please ask question as in Anthony answer might be fun. The point is I am showing opening variations. So I will give you positions and ask. Because in opening variation there is no point in asking. Because you are not prepared. I am showing you the idea that this kind of sacrifices are in this opening. So there is no point in asking when I am showing opening variation. I will ask you middle game positions. Okay. Okay. I will discuss rook c3. I am having around 15 to 18 positions. Rook into c3 sack. I will have 15 to 18 positions. So please be patient. So this is an exchange sacrifice. Not on c3. Now knight into and queen a5. So bishop c4. If you play e5, this will lead to equality. It will lead to equality, pawn into pawn, and now queen into pawn, b6 equal, or pawn into pawn, then bishop d7. Suppose you play here, you are not really gaining anything. Pawn into pawn, queen into pawn, then this is sort of equal chances. And you play pawn into pawn. There is no threat. There is no threat. I can come here and then come back. There is nothing great. You are left with a weak pawn. So bishop c4 is a stronger move. So bishop d7, and now if you play e5, now I take. Now this is there. Pawn into will allow queen into g5, or bishop into pawn into black stands better. So in the game here, knight d7, and now nd5. So all position is forced. There is no point in asking when I'm showing an opening variation. This is all forced moves. Queen, take, queen into. This is the point. Now this position, white actually stands better. But black used to also win games. The whole idea that black will give an exchange sacrifice and bring the knight to g6 to go after the pawn. Rook. Even black has tried this sort of move. Rook c8 also has been tried. Now knight f8. So this is the exchange sacrifice. You are not getting a pawn also. So what is the idea? Now there is no attack. White has no more attack. In the attack, the white bishop was playing an important role. Now there is a pawn weak, king is weak. So this bishop has got no rival. So it is a position of color complex also. So this will, now I am having settled the weak pawn. So there is very good compensation factor. Well, there is improvements, but I'm telling you the variation exchange sacrifice. In the game, Ivanchuk won, but there has been a lot of improvement for black. Now, second pawn. If you play rook f1, I will pick up the second pawn. White square. White square का कब्जा करके रखा है. So here some compensation. So I'm just showing you the interesting opening variations. King's Indian, Benoni, 4 pawn में है. I will show you a black win in this. Black win in the variation. Just now I discussed, no? Now f4, take, queen f5. Now bishop d7, take, bishop here. Now bishop, knight d7, and d5. Okay. So now knight f8, bishop d3, rook into. So this is a key diagram. So now you see the improvement. So here, I mean, Anand is played this move and then brought the queen, but a substantial improvement. What else? Suppose you play queen back, then the end game is not dangerous. You have a pawn and there is no pass pawn. There are two pawn. There is next to nil chance that white can create a pass pawn. The white queen side is settled. Bishop on d5, this is all settled. Then black can create a pass pawn in the center. So the end game is unattractive. There is nothing here. Nothing. So here he decided to play queen into pawn. And then attack, weaken the position. If you play b3, this check is very good because king b1, bishop will return to b5 and d3 check. Bishop d3 check will be very unpleasant. तो वापस आपको एक्सचेंज तो देना पड़ेगा ना, तो दे दो अभी दे दो. Here, अभी क्या रखा है? The black stands better. Now exchange में नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, left with a bad bishop. So there are improvement. I told you वीरभद्र, ओपनिंग में मैं पूछना नहीं चाहता हूँ. When I am showing opening variation, मतलब क्या है? So I will only give position and ask you. So rook c3 sack का 15-20 position में देगा. Before that I am giving you exchange sacrifice का compensation factor. So अभी ये position में, for example, there has been improvement for both sides. Another opening variation, dragon. Sicilian dragon में अक्सर ये आता रहता है. अक्सर the vice captain of exchange sacrifice. वर्ल्ड का कौन कैप्टन था? sacrifice का कैप्टन कौन है? टाल. If he was captain, Velimirovic was vice captain. Maximum sacrifice he has given next to Tal. इधर है Velimirovic with Bani, Bernard Zuckerman. Rook c8. The other main line is RB8, Chinese dragon. So this is the main line. Knight d5. There are other opening variations. There are many variations possible here. So you can play a6. You can play here rook e8. There are many positions possible. For example, you can also wait. Instead of taking, you can also wait. For example, maybe you can play here pawn push. Now on this, you can sacrifice knight into pawn, pawn into. This is also possible. I think this is also one possibility. For example, you come here, then maybe I can take it, shatter it, and take it also. I will not give the bishop here. Maybe this is possible. Now, how are you going to handle? The sacrifice of exchange may not work. So, so these are also. I think Tibiaco gave this. I think in some position Tibiaco gave this. He had given rook into c3 also. Rook c3 and bishop into knight into pawn he had given. Okay, in the whatever happens. So in the game he plays. Okay, if we play pawn into, then rook check is coming. Rook into d4 is coming. So a typical counter attack in dagger. So here, rook into knight, exchange sack. This is all theoretical. So there is no question, no point in asking questions. Kasparov White, who is black? Somebody. I think Kasparov White also won this game. Similar position, same variation. Where how are you going to attack now? अभी the bishop is watching the knight. तो आप यह चेक आके g5 में knight डाल देगा. So no, here not here. If you come give a check and then play g5, the knight आ जाएगा. So there is no attack. There is no attacking plan. The end game is not. No pass pawn can come here on queen side. This is all settled. So I think black's idea of giving exchange is justified. I'm only showing you opening various. Now I will take you to positions. Lot of exchange sacrifices in Sicilian. Let's go. Now I will ask you questions now. Dibya, yes, Tal had a bad score with Korchman. Not bad score, very bad score. But the problem is simply I told you the reason. Tal had bad score with two players. Only two players, very bad score. One was Korchnoi and one was Polugaski. Polugaski, he been only once or twice. Twice maybe twice. Korchnoi, maybe two, three, four times, but he had a very bad score because he was playing only sacrifice and attack. And Polugaski and Korchnoi knew that Tal was not calculating all variations. So they were searching which variation he did not calculate. They were finding that. You know, there are sometimes players have very bad score with a particular opponent. Not because of their strength, not because of their strength, the style. For example, Karpov score is Spassky. Spassky had a terrible score, worse than Tal Korsner. Spassky had a terrible score with Karpov. Maybe one or two win and maybe some 9-10 losses. Very bad score. It is nothing to do with that. It is style. Spassky in his prime was a fantastic player. You bring Spassky in his prime, you bring Karpov in his prime, Spassky will beat him. But Spassky बुढ़ा हो गया था. हैं? अभी Karpov जवान है. So it was very difficult. 30 years Spassky maintained, sacrificing pawns, gambit, attack. He maintained. So something to do with the style. So there is nothing to do with the strength. But later on, Tal was more mature. So he started beating Kursunay in the later years. Some point this intuition were wrong in some variations and question always see all variation. Yeah, but Tal was matured around when he was around 40 years plus. Then he did not do that kind of sacrifice. He started playing. Tal knew the correct moves. Tal knew what is the correct move in a position. But he would like to sacrifice. He liked to enjoy. In a cricket game, a batsman can go for a single, but he can try for a six also. He may get out. Otherwise, the ball will go six. 6 runs. So Tal was like that type. Hit. He was a hitter. So he was not a defender like Rahul Dravid. Slow, slow, slow. He was not like that. Okay. Now let us see this Sicilian sacrifices and compensation. So we have got a position black center which is unsafe. Rook. Now rook into knight. In those days, it was just coming up the idea. So for the exchange, you have got center pawn and good pawn structure and one pawn. You are not given too much. आपको नाइट भी मिला है, pawn भी मिला है, better central control मिला है, better pawn structure मिला है, 4 चीज है. So you have got compensation, better center and good pawn structure. Of course, the king now you have to play normal. You don't want to exchange. The pawn set हो जाएगा. So, for example, this is also a possibility, but I don't want to weaken the king. So he played good move. Good move. So, black has got very good play. Active play now. ये तो गलत हो. ये तो सब गलत आइडिया है. ये जो है ये pawn into मार के क्वीन लाना ये गलत है. But anyway, he lost track of the game and won the game. Now black won. His queen side में better है. There is no attack on the king side and black ब्लैक स्क्वायर का कब्जा है. ये नाइट को बिठा देगा. कुछ नहीं है. So this is excellently played by black. Now I will give you. So the same thing is preparing. अभी हमको क्या करना है? Now white wants to attack. White wants to attack. So now the counter will come. Now what you should do? But when you prepare an exchange sacrifice, you can see you can go knight back here. Now these are all horrible moves. If you do this, a quick death will come. Sudden death will come. So you should not do rook coming. Now you have to calculate. ये मारना है कि नहीं मारना है. आपको ये मारना है क्योंकि ये मार मार के जा रहा है. ये भी मार मार के आ रहा है. तो क्या करना है? Calculate and tell me. मारना है कि नहीं मारना है? रुक इंटू पॉन इंटू रुक इंटू पॉन इंटू क्या करना है? Ramakrishna, it is not a blunder. I will show some position where the exchange sacrifice is not correct. I will show some position. Yes, Dina Patel says नहीं मारना है. In the position नहीं मारना. वीरभद्र says मारना है. वीरभद्र says मारना है. Okay, मारा. The reason is he is having 1, 2 and check. So उसके बाद वो मार दे. After that I will take it. Pawn into rook into. Pawn into bishop. Pawn into knight rook into. Pawn into bishop rook into queen. Pawn into queen. Then check is there. So मारना पड़ेगा. You have to take. This is not working. Not working. So compensation factor. Now, why to be happy if his pawn is here? Now, इतना सा weak हो गया. Now, in the position, black has center, black को एक pawn मिला है, black center, black has better structure and a weak king. This weak king, क्योंकि यहाँ भी ये diagonal पे आएगा, हाँ तकलीफ बहुत है अभी. So, clearly superior position for black. मार रहा है, you have to see the threats by the way. ये threats सब देखना है हमको. ये bishop into pawn, knight into pawn, ये सब. Always see the threats. White trying to build an attack. White is making an attempt to bring the pieces for king side attack. खत्म. ये बिशप गया तो अटैक कहां से करेगा? किसको लेकर अटैक करेगा? अभी ये मारेगा तो रुक को बुलावा आएगा. ये मारेगा तो रुक आएगा G6 पे, और नहीं मारेगा तो यू बेटर रिजाइन. कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. अगर नहीं मारेगा तो भूल जाओ, अटैक वटैक कुछ नहीं. वन साइडेड गेम होगा. अगर ये हट गया तो इट विल वन साइडेड गेम. वन साइडेड गेम होगा, कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. यहाँ गया तो भी नाइट इंटू, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. क्वीन इंटू मारेगा. ये गया तो क्वीन से मारेगा. अब ये अटैक है, ये अटैक है, तो नहीं चलता है. सो उसने मारा, भाई को एनपास किया तो रुक आ गया. अरे नहीं, ये मैं ओवरराइट कर दिया. आई मेड नो ओवरराइट, दैट थिंग आई एम डूइंग. नहीं 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 नहीं, नॉट ओवरराइट. एफ5 को ही कैनॉट टेक. ये मारा तो रुक आएगा, ये मारा तो रुक आ जाएगा. तो ही कैनॉट टेक इट. हो गया. माइनस प्लस, कोई अटैक नहीं है. rook h3 can be met with h6, pawn h6, g5 is pinned, g5 pawn is pinned, no attack. into rook into, अबे आई रिटर्न द एक्सचेंज. मेरे पास मटेरियल जो एक्स्ट्रा है, पीस एक्स्ट्रा है, मैं दे दे. अटैक कहां से आएगा? इफ यू प्ले बिशप हियर, आई एम रेडी टू गिव आल्सो क्वीन. कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. सो खत्म. Now white is black is attacking. White has sacrificed and now black is attacking. So exchange sacrifice was fully justified to nullify the attack. So this is a different kind of sacrifice. ये जो G4 खेला, ये G4, ये डराया, डराया तो आके मार दिया. ये आया और सीधा मार दिया. खत्म. Next. Imagine again, specialist. I think the maximum number of exchange sacrifice in chess history is by Petrosian. ग्रैंड मास्टर फॉर्मर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन पेट्रोशियन बहुत एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस मारा है डिफेंस के लिए और काउंटर अटैक के लिए, सेंटर के लिए. एंड लियोनार्ड स्टाइन ऑल्सो. Okay, you can also start BB7. Now the threat is to play A5. ये मार नहीं सकता है, सेंटर पहुंच जाएगा. Quickly trying action. This is very important because now, for example, once the bishop comes, bishop into knight, then you will have problem. I mean, Leonard Stein ऐसे ही पोजीशन में फंस गया. Stein gave an exchange sacrifice with Edward Goffred. Today I will show you that game. So he had allowed this move. तो ये आ गया. Then the exchange sacrifice did not do well. So h6 is important. मार रहा हूं मैं अभी, अभी मैं मार रहा हूं. आप क्वीन से मारो, पॉन से मारो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. मारा. आप क्वीन से मारो भी एक ही बात है. वन पॉन एंड व्हाइट अभी डायगोनल का कब्जा. इनफ. वांट टू गो टू क्वीन b7. अभी f5 तो बचाओ, f5 को पॉन तो बचाओ. नहीं बचा पाएगा. g4 is very not possible. Plus अभी आई डोंट वांट टू डाइवर्ट नाउ ये पॉन मार रहा है सो ये काफी है अभी ये इसका कोई जवाब नहीं ये जो डायगोनल में ये प्रेशर है द सेंट्रल पास पॉन है इन्हें काफी है द क्वीन इज टाइड डाउन टू डिफेंस so he will not be able to do any activity fantastic square to square he is improving मार तो नहीं सकता है रूक की 8 आ जाएगा somebody is smoking here that is a bad thing I don't like somebody is smoking around very bad this is bad now he is preparing to advance e4 now खत्म हो गया गेम प्रैक्टिकल एक मूव का थ्रेट काउंटर अटैक वन द टू पॉन्स आर डोमिनेटिंग बैक रैंक भी वीक है कोई अटैक नहीं कुछ नहीं सो वेरी ब्यूटीफुली प्लेड बाय समाजिन exchange sacrifice but notice he did that h6 move please note that this move h6 was important कभी खेला भाई h6 here this was an important I mean Stein did not do that similar situation Sicilian who felt Stein दिखाता हूं मैं अभी now I think this he should have played one move h6 here he should not allow the bishop any time so he comes here आ गया this is the where now exchange sacrifice there is a problem the d5 weakness will come so a player before sacrificing makes sure that white does not get this kind of things अभी exchange sacrifice नहीं चलेगा whatever you do it is turn out badly you cannot free the game now I would say this is absolute waste of time why he is playing this he wants to play this move the bishop is there the pawn is pinned that is why he is going away it is better he should have played maybe this but then knight into pawn is coming and then f6 is coming so this is the problem the player makes sure suppose you are black and want to give exchange sacrifice don't allow a move like sub g5 ऐसा move allow मत करो here a restricted move was important and then you start all your activity because of this even a great player like Stein had problem for example ये आया अब ये को नहीं चलेगा ये नहीं चलेगा this will turn out bad now the king is coming under subject to attack हो गया he now has to run he has to want to come here now it's bad it turned out to be bad position not good so I want to ask you positions exchange sacrifice देना या नहीं देना एक minute let me go to Zai Zui Zui versus Sun Yang this is a white is an became an IM later on Sun Yang and black is very strong Chinese woman player very strong player and black is white is in Chinese IM but later that time he was not IM all this is standard moves there is no question asked all theory now he comes here अभी my question to you should white give the exchange sacrifice ये मार के ये मारना है कि नहीं मारना है क्या करना चाहिए मारना है कि नहीं मारना है zero yeah Zero also gave lot of exchange sacrifice. Yes, there are many. There are thousands of, maybe lakhs of exchange sacrifices are there. Thousands of exchange sacrifices by different players. मारना है. वीरभद्र says मारना है. So do you agree कि व्हाइट को एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस देना सही या गलत? कृपया बोलता है मारना है. मारना है, सब लोग बोलता है मारना है. गलत है. एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस गलत है. एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस इज नॉट करेक्ट. Why it is not correct? Why? Because you want to attack, you are not fulfilling the conditions. What are the conditions for attack? Please, somebody tell me. I told five conditions for attack. पांच उंगली. Five conditions. Condition number one, opponent का king weak रहना चाहिए. When you give an exchange sacrifice, the castle becomes little weaker. कंडीशन नंबर टू, अटैक में तीन चार पीस चाहिए. आपने ये दो पीस दे दिया तो ये अकेला रहेगा अटैक में. इनके साथ दो तीन पीस चाहिए, ये अकेला रहेगा. बैड. कंडीशन नंबर थ्री, सेंटर. ये मारने के बाद सेंटर किसका अच्छा होगा? ये जो नाइट सेंटर में बिठाएगा, सो रूक सेंटर में बिठाएगा. सो आपका पीसेस सफिशिएंट नहीं है अटैक में. नंबर वन. नंबर टू, आपका सेंटर अच्छा नहीं है. तो अभी अटैक कहां से आएगा? ये बैक रैंक क्लियर नहीं हुआ है. So the sacrifice is a wrong thing. Black will consolidate. So ये exchange sacrifice गलत है. गलत है. अभी consolidate कर लेगा. अभी भाग जाओ. भाग जा जमुरे. अभी मैं अभी भाग जाऊंगा. अभी ये भाग जाएगा. पहला पॉन तो बचाओ. पहला आ जाओ. तो रुक आ जाएगा इधर. भाग जाएगा. No problem. End game is welcome. Check. Check. हो गया. I want to run. I want to run. This I cannot come here. I cannot come because of check. But I will run now. How are you going to stop me? अभी मैं यहाँ से भाग जाएगा. अगर आपने बिशप खेला, then maybe I can play king e7 and queen h8. I will consolidate. If you play stop my running, मैं यह खेल के यह आ जाऊंगा. हो गया. Consolidation complete. So sacrifice गलत था. Exchange sacrifice wrong. भाग जाएगा. नो ये मैं ओवर राइट किया है क्या? दिस आर द प्रॉब्लम्स. ये ओवर राइट हो गया. ओके. ये ओवर राइट कर दिया ना. आई विल कम बैक क्विकली. नो प्रॉब्लम. Consolidation complete. End game you can't play. Queen exchange will lose the game. No more attack. No more attack. Finish. Now the king will come to a7 and black will start attacking. So the sacrifice not correct. I will tell you. I will tell you there are compensation factor. Then attack or defense. Sometimes exchange sacrifice is given for defense. Petrosian, master, he has given many times exchange sacrifice to nullify the attack. One. Then you give exchange for attack, like Kasparov. I showed the game Kasparov versus Mosevizian. Then sometimes you give for positional compensation and center. So here it is consolidated. So I will give you two more positions where exchange sacrifice. White is Catalina Lano. Black is Kasimudala. This is just young GM. Black is a young grandmaster. वो टाइम में यंग अभी तो 40-45 हो गया होगा. 40 हो गया होगा. So is it a good move or not? My question is exchange sacrifice सही या गलत? No. Ramakrishna, two pawns for exchange is you should not count. You should see the other aspects of the game. Where are other pawns? The mobility of the pieces, king position, everything counts. We should not see only material value. एक्सचेंज के बदले में हमको क्या क्या मिलता है, पोजीशन क्या रहता है बोर्ड पे. Anderson also gave a lot of exchange sacrifices. ये गलत है. दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट. तो कैटलिना लानो तो उसको मारा, ये मारा ना, ये गलत है. नाउ द पॉइंट इज व्हाई, द पॉइंट इज द किंग इन सेंटर. अरे बाबू, तुम कैसल करो, डेवलप करो. तो एक्सचेंज के लिए अभी 2 पॉन गए तो किंग सेंटर में है. ये गलत है. इट इज नॉट द राइट टाइम टू गिव सेक्रीफाइस. अभी नहीं मिलेगा उसको चांस. व्हाई टू ओपन द गेम अभी. व्हाई टू ओपन द ए फाइल सेंटर F5. अभी मारो ना मारो, हो गया. ऑलरेडी प्रॉब्लम्स हो गया एकदम. टोटली बैड पोजिशन नाउ. ब्लैक पीसेस आर नॉट कोऑर्डिनेटेड, रिडंडेंट. बैड पोजिशन. अभी आप नाइट से तो नहीं मार सकते, बिशप से मारो, मारो. एंड एक्सचेंज दैट लास्ट माइनर पीस, क्लीन एक्सचेंज डाउन. अभी बिशप हटेगा तो चेक आ रहा है, तो ओनली मूव चेक. टोटल बैड. तो एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस, ये जो गलत काम किया, किंग सेंटर में रख के किया, ये गलत है. ये नहीं करना था उसको. अभी ये जो मारा, ये पोजीशन में, ये जो मारा, ये दिस इज बैड. व्हाई? बिकॉज अभी सेम पोजीशन. इमेजिन बिशप on e7, he has castled. This is fantastic. If bishop and black has castled, exchange sacrifice is okay. So the question is time. So it doesn't work. One more example I give you. Oh, one more. चलो ये पोजीशन दिखा. So now black is preparing to hit. Black is preparing to hit. तो ये सही है गलत है? Please tell me, is it okay? Is this position okay to allow the exchange sacrifice? क्या ये मूव में आप एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस अलाउ करना चाहिए था? अभी कैसल किया. ही कैन हैव बिशप F2. He can play bishop F2 or he can castle. Allow the exchange sacrifice. Is it a good move now? My question is this okay? Yes or no? It is not tough. You have to see, you have to evaluate. I told you there are 3-4 type of exchange sacrifices. One is right from opening variation. ओपनिंग में ही सैक. आई कैन शो यू अनदर ओपनिंग. मैंने आपको 4 ड्रैगन दिखाया, क्लासिकल का दिखाया, देन 2, देन आई शोड यू 4 टाइप ऑफ. बट आई विल शो यू अनदर ओपनिंग वेरिएशन. यू कैन गिव एन एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस. अभी ओपनिंग से सेक्रीफाइस इज थ्योरी. देन यू गो फॉर नाउ रुक इनटू नाइट सेंटर पाम, सेकंड टाइप ऑफ थिंग. थर्ड, इनसाइड अटैक के लिए हम देते हैं, डिफेंस के लिए देते हैं. सो हियर, is it okay rook into knight and allow to take the pawn? My question, तीर्थ परमार says no. दीना पटेल says exchange दे दो. Actually, I think it is correct. Okay, your king in center now. Your king in center. But take, knight into pawn, c4. So this is a new move. This is a new move. Knight e2 is bad. You try to pursue. ये गया, क्वीन आएगा, अभी आएगा, क्वीन आएगा. सो दिस इज पासिव, खेलेंगे तो जाएगा. सो ही प्लेड a novelty. Okay, so far so good. Everything going on normal. So white is playing good. Ostrozik was a very creative player. Laszlo Braxa is from Hungary, a Buddha GM. Braxa is a Buddha GM. I think I think that White has handled very well. Now, if you allow the knight to come here, he will consolidate. So far, White is playing very good. Consolidation कर रहा है. I think this is okay. White is better now. So there is a new move came. You see, this is a new move, a novelty. I will tell you at the moment pawn into now novelty, new idea. My double pawn, I will get rid of it. So everything changed equation. Please note this. Note this. What is this? Yes, it is okay. Okay. Please note these ideas. Okay. C4 novelty. Rook into C3 was good move, and now he found, but then he mishandled the position. At some point, Black had mishandled. So what did he do now? I will tell you. At this point, at this point, this is a mistake. This is a mistake he did. After Rook B8, the chances was equal. This is equal. This is the mistake he has done. I think that there is a center is fantastic. ये knight बिठाया है. So there is good compensation. Not so easy. You cannot play. आप ये नहीं खेल सकते because the queen is watching the knight. You cannot play RB1. So now it is a good position now. Next plan he will try to play h6 and start operating with the knight. Now he will play h6 and play nd7. Try to play some bishop g5. Okay. After playing next plan, he will play h6 with the idea nd7, bring the knight bishop g5, etc. This is the plan he can do with a reasonable play. ओके सो ये मूव में वो गलत जगह में गया मैकेनिकल खेलना चालू किया he played this instead of playing this he played the bad move rook c8 खेला rook c8 खेला और गया so these are the exchange sacrifices some more positions Asrian Karan and this is Ara Minasian grandmaster rook idea rook into knight these are bad moves if you try to refuse it will turn out bad lot of weak square. You will have problem on b6 square. So better to play pawn into pawn. Now it looks very dangerous, but resources are good. You should not play only this opening the position. So you should play here and a pawn into knight. I think it is very difficult. The point is now you have to coordinate bringing all pieces for attack. Now the f6 point is well defended. F6 point is very strongly defended by 4 points. So you cannot do any attack now. There is no chance the queen will enter. दे देगा now दे देगा I will have now for the queen you will have two pieces see if you look at the material factor for the queen I have three minor pieces so three minor pieces are good only thing black's discomfort ये this pawn is the one my bothersome बाकी three minor pieces अगर कुछ नहीं करेगा तो मैं ये pawn को दूसरा पाके ले लेगा सपोज यू डोंट डू ये pawn गया तो ये गया 12 का भाव में जाएगा So this is the only one is a progression for black. तो तीन माइनर पीस है आ रहा है अरे वो तो इधर जाने वाला था ही इज डूइंग बैड यहाँ तो आके मारने वाला है तो उसको फोर्स कर रहा है all this will not work all this will not work knight d8 is there knight d8 is there कुछ नहीं होने वाला खत्म खत्म हो गया Bishop into bishop, king into is nothing. End of the attack. Three pieces, rook and bishop knight is better. ये पास पान का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. Lost. So this position, it was actually not the correct decision to give the sacrifice. It looks good, but it is not good. Bishop check looks good, but after king, I don't see any attack is coming. So I'll show you some more in a similar line. Now, many I used to play when I saw these exchange sacrifices. In those days, B2. Now some E6 castle. Now ND7. Now F4. B5. Then my opponent used to play this. Then BB7. Now they used to play BR. Now rook here. They used to play mechanical, allowing rook into knight. This is okay. This is okay. So if you play very passively, then it is a very easy game. So game में क्या हुआ? No, no, no. This is side variation. B3. I don't think that you should chase the bishop like this. Anyway, then again come back. What is this? Now black plays for a win. Because again, if you play, suppose now what you can do. Suppose you put repetition. Suppose you do repetition. He can come back play f3 and then play b. He will play f3 b3. So he plays in the game knight. Avoiding fixing a5 fixer. Now the point is the d5 weakness. I want to sack. Before that, I want my queen here. So rooks are coordinated. Then sack. Is bad. Bad to do all this. This is not a sound position. You cannot attack like this. Botvinnik. Botvinnik has shown in many games that when you go for the wing, you blow the center. The wing attack is met with a counter blow in the center. Very well played. On pawn into pawn, what should I do here? I tell you. I tell you. I guess this is the correct. Now bishop into pawn, you have knight into g4. Or if you play knight into pawn, then knight into d5. Typical Sicilian moves. सारे ओपन हो जाएगा. अभी रूक विल रेडी, एवरीथिंग विल रेडी. सो पॉन टेक्स पॉन को ये सिसिलियन टिपिकल सिसिलियन मूव आएगा. बिशप से मारेगा तो g4 गया, नाइट से मारेगा तो d5 मारेगा. इनफ, अभी तो मार देगा. दिस इज बैड. ओके, सो हियर इन द गेम ही प्लेड बेटर. ओपन द पोजिशन. कितना टेम्पो सब नहीं चलेगा. दिस इज माइनस प्लस माइनस. अभी इट इज ब्लैक हु इज अटैकिंग. तो h2 को मेट बचा के जाओ. क्या होगा? अभी एक्सचेंज दे दिया तो. So I leave this position. I want to ask you now some certain positions. Mendes, Edward Mendes. Black is water brown. अभी अभी मारना है कि नहीं मारना है? My question to you: shall we take the rook into knight or not? Yes or no? वाल्टर ब्राउन को, ग्रैंड मास्टर ब्राउन, वो मर गया. अभी टिकट काट लिया, ऊपर चला गया. तो मेंडिस भी ऊपर गया है. तो अभी ये रुक इनटू नाइट मारना है कि नहीं मारना है? Veerabhadra says no, no. मैं तो सोचता हूँ मारना है. I think it is correct. I just told you, I used to give that sacrifice. So many games I won because my opponent did not understand the strength of that. I think it is correct. Sam Mera, isn't black already behind in development? True, but white का कौन सा development ज़्यादा है? Now if I give the exchange sacrifice, white कौन सा attack करेगा? Suppose there is a attack, a break is coming. So I think it is okay. I think it is okay. This is bad. पासिव मूव करना नहीं था. अभी उनको ये मार देना चाहिए. After this, the game remains complicated. I mean, the position, it is not that bad now. There is a threat is coming now. F5 will come. You pull the bishop, and F5 will come. But anyway, this position is not bad for black. It is correct way to play. But in the actual game, वो पीछे गया, ये bad है. Nothing you can do. अभी आप कौन सा point? This point is guarded 2 times. तो RB1 का कोई खतरा नहीं. तो ब्लैक का कौन सा वीक पॉइंट का आप अटैक करोगे? यू वांट टू प्ले F5, आई विल प्ले E5. बिशप यहाँ चाहिए था. इफ यू वांट अटैक, द बिशप शुड बी इन द डायगोनल. अब ये बिशप क्या करेगा? तो F5 का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. तो अटैक किसको लेकर करोगे? तो आई थिंक द sacrifice is okay. Exchange sacrifice is okay now. So here he's made the one passive move, and now this is okay. काम बन गया, बिठा दिया. नाइट इज जबरदस्त है. अभी कैसल करके मैं सेंटर में ही ओपन कर. अभी आई नीड प्रोटेक्शन टू दिस पॉन. सो कैसल करो और मैं ही अभी चालू करेगा. आई विल ओनली स्टार्ट नाउ. क्योंकि अभी ये 2 पॉन मेरा इसको जबरदस्त सपोर्ट दे रहा है. तो टू प्ले. तो मारो ना मारो, मारो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. नहीं मारा तो भी कुछ नहीं. नहीं मारा तो भी कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. सपोज यू कम किंग. Anyway, I'm going to push. This is an excellent position. No problem for me. तो उसने ही मारा. ओके, ये तो और अच्छा हो गया. Practically same position will come. You cannot take that. F4 is coming. Excellent. अति सुंदर. Typical Sicilian play. Minus plus. The position is minus plus. Now sometime we give an exchange sacrifice to keep the king in center. 2 games I will show you where exchange sacrifice is given to keep the king in center. Then I will take you to some attacking games. तो मैंने एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस का बहुत सारी दिखाया. रुक C8 एंड रुक C3 ये तो है. ये तो बहुत सारे दिखाया एक्सचेंज सेक्रीफाइस. नाउ आई विल टेक यू 2 games where the sacrifice is given to keep the king in center. Okay, I will show first the game of Anderson. Mayat versus Anderson. नहीं ये भाई, cannot believe that. कहाँ मिलेगा वो? Where do I get that? Mayat Anderson. Maybe I will get it here. Okay, maybe I'll go to Mega. So I'll get rid of this file now. Two games I'll show Moyat Anderson. Uh, Now view. Then go to maybe I will go to player only. Player only. Moyat Anderson. It is C. Just a second. I guess this one. Yeah, this is the one. I guess this is the one. So exchange sacrifice is given to keep the king in center. First of all, the exchange this is pawn and pawn was unnecessary. Okay. Now bishop. He should have played the standard move. Just come b to castle. White is slightly better. White is little better. So going after material. Another bad move. Now he is offering the exchange so that the king is caught in the center. Compensation. Now the king is caught in the center. It is bad. The main idea that he is preventing the opening, but then queen comes. Knight will drive the queen and play d4 anyway. Drive the queen. Queen c8. Check. I think the position is now not defendable because the king is horribly placed. Five pieces will attack the king. Rook to bishop, queen, knight. It is just not possible to defend. Now desperado. All I want is check. So knight into is a tempo, but a bigger tempo. Knight into pawn and bishop check. But he may give exchange back. वो BD2 खेल के exchange दे देगा. So here you can't play BD2. Queen attack. खत्म गेम खत्म. मेट लगा के रखा है. B5 खेलो. बिशप चेक खेलो. So the sacrifice is given to keep the king in center. One more game I'll show. Then I'll show you some attacking game, king in the center. The game, of course, most of the players will know that. Still, I would say here I will come. The joke of the game is now before the game, white players played that I will win in 25 moves. I will win in 25 moves. I will tell you the name of the player. White was Fisher. White was Fisher and black was Nasdar. So he said that because he analyzed the variation Nasdar was playing, and he said, I will win in 25 moves today. Nasdar, अरे भाई नजदर कहाँ गए MN नजदर here. I guess this is the game. So before the game, Fisher said that I will win in 25 moves today because he saw Nasdorf is playing this move order and he came analyzed. So taking the pawn is very risky. This is a risky business. Queen F3 will come. Queen F3 and then knight C7 check and picking up the rook. So he played in advance. Now he played knight into and played C. Now attacking the pawn, you can take the pawn and play. So Nasdaq accepted it and got into mess. The position is very bad. Black is behind in development, and also bishop on e4 is unprotected and with some pawn weaknesses. Queen h5 is coming. The f7 point is weak. Rook, very well played. Now the point is he played this e5. Other moves turn out badly. Other move, for example, a reasonable move looking is in d7. Development. But then I will get d5 pawn चला जाएगा. Next bishop d5 आ जाएगा. The other move is a desperado. That ये तो मिल रहा है तो ये मार के ले लेगा. ये भी खराब. This also turn out bad. Now rook d1 will come. This is bad. So other moves are not good. So Nasdar played reasonable looking. But now rook in. Check. You can't play queen. Bishop b5 coming. Rook in. So the king is caught in the center. Sufficient. And now for this move, he just gave a check not to attack but to spoil the castle chance. King. Now whatever you do here, check. Now king is stuck. And the attack continues. Very easy attack. Rook will come to D line. He has so many weaknesses. ये एक weakness है, ये एक weakness है. So ये squares weak है. यानी कि ये bishop गया, तो ये गया. So exchange the bishop, then D6 का और G7 का सब weakness खत्म. The party finish. Defend. Defend yourself now. Defend again. F7. नहीं चलता है. अभी ये आएगा, रुक से बचाएगा, तो NG7 king here, queen A3 के बाद गणपत हो जाएगा. So he cannot defend now. The position is gone. पांच दो तीन मुंह में गया. So ये आया, खत्म. He can better resign now. Resign ही कर दिया. Because if you try to defend, suppose with the rook, maybe bishop into knight, followed by queen check. No, or how do you finish the game? How do you finish this game? How do you finish it? क्वीन चेक ही काफी है. ये चेक काफी है क्योंकि ये रुक मर रहा है. अब ये आएगा तो क्वीन जाएगा और रुक आएगा तो क्वीन जाएगा. काफी है. So he resigned. So many times we give first in the players, then in that view upper. Okay. First in the players, then in that view of upper bar. Okay. When clicked on that, some option of the fed bar might appear. Okay. And on that there will be option game. Okay, I will check that. I saw the video, but I didn't do it. All right, here the position. That means you can give exchange sacrifice to keep the king in center. You can give the exchange sacrifice to destroy the castle position. Sometimes you give exchange sacrifice to make a defense, and sometimes for a compensation. Various factors. Carpo Guila Sachs. That was positional exchange sacrifice for color complex. Excellent, excellent game. Carpo Guila Sachs. Clean exchange sacrifice just for color complex advantage. Excellent game. So I will show you one attacking game before I end. One excellent attack. I selected all these games. So all this one game I'll show you of attack. Maybe that Carpo sucks game because those who have not seen they will not miss it. I will show that Carpo sucks game. What Hars Mehra says is correct. That is an absolutely fantastic. Terrace attack is authentic till today because now Bishop G5 this is very easily equalized by Kasparov. In the Karpov Kasparov match, Kasparov had no problem. HG BG5. So this is the one idea H4 G5. The idea of the queen move, the rook will come against the queen. The point is here queen D2 is inappropriate. Any 5 could come. So this square he needs to guard. Now, no, this is not the correct. This is the correct. The rook against queen will come and you are watching the squares. This is important. This is the point. Queen not e2 is protecting the g4 square. White stands positionally better. A temporary sacrifice. Black will get the material after d5 d4. मटेरियल मिल जाएगा जब मटेरियल मिल जाएगा तो वापस जाना क्यों है अगर नाइट को देना ही है तो नाइट को टाइम वेस्ट क्यों करेंगे क्वीन एंड नाउ बिशप आई थिंक बेटर ये कैसल करेंगे तो अटैक रेडी है पॉन्स आर रेडी टू स्मैश सो कैसल यहाँ पॉसिबल नहीं है बैड पोजिशन सो ही प्लेड रूक फैंटास्टिक व्हाट ए ग्रेट एक्सचेंज sacrifice one of the rare exchange sacrifice rook voluntarily coming giving in front of the bishop. I gave once like that. In the Goodrick tournament against a particular IM, I offered the exchange just like that. And another player, I offered and I beat him. And another player, his name is Abdul Azim, he passed away. So against him, I had offered exchange sacrifice like this. He resigned. He resigned the game on the spot when I offered like this. Too much blacks, white, color complex. All white squares, white is the boss. Very well. Very well. Now, of course, I will not go for material. Now, queen is better. Bishop takes pawn, black will get out of the mess. If you recover the pawn, he will not have any problem. Black is out of all problem. Rook will come now. Happy कुछ नहीं कर सकता है white अभी. So, great. Karpov played the really. It is not like Karpov's game. You feel that Tal is playing white now. It is the position. Now king is 7. Another fantastic. अभी F6 खेलेगा अब ये पॉन पे थ्रेट है F6 खेलेगा ये नहीं खेल सकता F6 खेलेगा तो F6 खेलेगा तो बिशप C4 विंस नहीं मार सकता है ये क्वीन चला जाएगा अभी इसका जवाबदारी कौन कौन बचाएगा इसको कौन बचाएगा कोई नहीं तो F6 नहीं चलता तो ये आया तो क्वीन इंटू E5 आया तो चारों तरफ अभी घेर रहा है रूक क्वीन बिशप ये किंग को घेर ले जाओ अंदर कहां जाता है बाहर आओ मैदान में आओ जाता कहां है मैदान में वापस आओ हो गया फिनिश Game exchange sack for clear advantage. I would say also good. What is the game? What is telling? Black Carpo. Yeah, Kramnik Karpo. I've seen that game. Why did he resign? Okay, I'll see that game now. This is gone. Now, we king cannot escape. Okay. Again, a brilliant. What a brilliant attack. It appears to be that Tal is playing white. अरे इसमें क्या होगा? खत्म हो गया game. Now queen c7, queen check. If you play queen king d8, queen c queen b8 mate. King d8 is mate. Only move. Check. Only move. And I think he should resign. ये आएगा तो क्वीन d4, ये आएगा तो ये चेक गणपत हो गया. Beautiful attack. So I will see that Birabhadra Singh's recommendation. Then why so he resign? Okay, I will see that. White is Kramni and black is Karpo. Here, solve है 1997. Okay, so here Kramni Karpo. Here 97. No, just a minute. Dortmund. I will write back. Give me 1 minute. I will write back. Okay, somebody called me. Okay, I will see that who's called me later. All right. So here I will take to clipboard because searching that game will be a problem. So many games he played Carpo. So let's see Kramni Carpo 97. Hmm. Yeah, here comes this one. Okay. The main idea of rookie one is many times, you know, that he wants to move the knight when bishop and bishop will not attack the rook. And another idea to play nc3 and then e4. This is one of the idea. Now e4 is a threat. So you have to stop e4. E4 is clear plus minus. So you have to stop. Pawn into is passive and bad. The bishop will remain blocked after d4. So necessary. So this is white has got center. White is going all right. Everything is going on well so far. So white has played well and black has to now counter. Black's only counter attack that he has to play c5 and open the line. This is the only plan he has got right now because there is no other way to put pressure on the center. So immediate c5 h6 is better, right? This looks good to me. This looks very good for white. So he played in the game 6. Again it is correct. So all this is very normal moves. I think till now, this is a annotation by Ribley. He gives this move a question mark. He gives bishop c6 dubious move. He says he goes on to recommend that you should have played bishop f4 and now queen into, and now the position white stands little better. This is the better way to play, but he criticizes this bad move. White has attacked. So the question I asked, why so he resigned in the game? You said about that you played and he resigned on the spot. Okay. That Abdul Azim, this one. Okay, let us finish this game. Let us finish this game. I remember that game. Now this is just he's playing into all white sands. The position, the F line open, king side. So the center is just untouchable. So strong, so strong center of white open line. This is just I don't think that defense is possible. Smashing. It's just one side. It is a one-sided story. Oh, this is unlike Karpo बुढ़ा हो गया है. So in 97, Karpo became world champion in 1975. He was given the world title. So after 20 years, he cannot maintain. So it is, and also Kramnik was very young and coming up. So naturally, these are all one-sided story. यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? यहाँ आग लगा है, घर जल रहा है. तो यहाँ क्या कर रहा है? यहाँ ये पौन मारने के लिए कुछ नहीं हुआ. खत्म. एक दो चेक आएगा. Okay, I will tell you. This is finished game. This is finished. I will tell you what game my opponent resigned. I remember. I remember the game. Something like this. I was black. My opponent Abdullah Azim was white. E4 C5. Sorry, E5. E5. I played E5. E5. Knight F3. Knight C6. Bishop C4. Then I played Bishop C5. C3. Knight F6. Then D4. Take. Bishop here. Knight. Now I took knight into castle. Then I took bishop into played d5. then knight here, then no, I played bishop, sorry, I played bishop here in the variation. He played rook, knight here, rook into. Now castle is bad because of this. So here I had to play d6, d6, and now he played bishop here. Here Anand black and the computer fridge, I don't know, was white. Anand just played this and won that. Because there is no easy way to attack. You come here, then bishop is coming, knight is coming. I don't see white can attack easily. The bishop is not active, and also a pawn down. So Anand as black beat the engine, fridge or I don't know whatever that time. But human beings should not play all these things. So I just played castle. He said took it. So took it. Then h6, and now he played some move. Queen coming here. In this variation, in this variation only. I took it. No, taking it. He played bishop check, I think. Bishop check. Bishop check, bishop here, and then queen here. In this variation, after some move I offered, some exchange sacrifice, he resigned. Because he said, I just cannot play with you. मैं तुम्हारे साथ खेल नहीं सकता है बोला. It was Tenali National B. 1984 National Beach National Challenger Championship Tenali. What national team championship? I'm not sure. Shall I tell you? No, I know it's okay. It's okay, Veerabhadra. This is not with the. It's a problem with this computer, not with that software. It's okay. I can manage, no problem. It's all right. I saw the video. For example, searching a game, I saw. For example, now let us say I search a game. Let us say I want to game of maybe a player like Ribley, like Sachs. Suppose I play a player Boris Sachs. So here Jula Sachs. So let us say I go here to view. So what you said that you told me step by step. Then go in the view upper bar. So here, and then comes, then you say uh, upper bar, which click. Then first in the players, then in the view upper, when clicked on that, some option of the fat bar might appear. View, upper bar, when I clicked on that, yeah, I clicked there. That there might be option of games. Click on it. Yes, games. Yeah, I got it. Here you say you got sacks. All these games, yes, this I got. So sacks games are coming. Here it is coming. I mean, this position, now whatever player you can search. Here I can, yeah, this is one. I got it. Thank you. So I will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 for the next session. So tab tak sabko mera namaskar. I wish you a happy weekend, a happy Sunday to you all. Enjoy your time. Bye.